Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I will be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that recently came out. In my opinion, it was a pretty good movie. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, but I do recommend watching it. One of the biggest things I don't appreciate about the movie, not necessarily about the movie, but the critics who are rating this. Now, Rotten Tomatoes has never been like a really reliable source for movie ratings in my opinion, but they are definitely smoking crack when it comes to this movie because they gave it a whopping 24%. There's a lot of movies out there that deserve a 24% that Rotten Tomatoes does not give. They could take the worst movie ever made, like Bedtime Stories. Fuck that movie. They'll give that movie a 95% rating, a fucking Golden Tomato stuff. But then they'll give this movie, like Five Nights at Freddy's, a 24%. It's just absurd. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Five Nights at Freddy's. I am by no means an expert. I don't know the lore. It's not my field, But from a casual perspective, it was a good movie, and I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Like, truthfully, it was a really good movie, actually. I was nervous going into it because, like I said, everyone online and these critics just keep saying it's a bad movie. But I don't know who these people are. I don't know if they even have eyeballs because they must have watched the ripoff. They must have watched Willy's Wonderland, which is like a knockoff Five Nights at Freddy's. That was still a pretty good movie too. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's is really good. The acting was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. They had some good actors too, like Aiden Hutchinson. For those who don't know who that is, he is the main character, the guy from Hunger Games. Haven't seen him really in a lot of big roles recently, I don't think, besides Hunger Games, the last one I could think of. They have Matthew Lillard, who is very known for his Scream role. Also his Scooby-Doo as well. He's probably like the most iconic Scooby-Doo or Shaggy probably ever. He's a very good actor, very, very known. Even the cop in the movie, I don't know her name, so my apologies. She played in the TV show called You. She was the main character in season 1. She did good. I mean, even the little girl actor, the whole acting was great. The movie was very beautiful. It felt like you're playing Five Nights at Freddy's, like the game just turned into a movie. It was actually really great. The animatronics were amazing. I don't know really if a lot of CGI was used or if it was like straight up like legit like mechanical like costumes, but everyone looked great. Everything looked how it should. One of the things I was actually kind of surprised about is how kind of glory some scenes were. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. It's just, excuse me. I know Five Nights at Freddy's, I feel like is really associated with like younger kids. I mean, younger kids love it, will absolutely love it. So I wasn't sure if they really were gonna have it a lot of like gore into it, but there's some bloody scenes, and I was actually pretty surprised. But it's pleasant. After all, I mean, for anyone who does know Five Nights at Freddy's, even a little bit about it, it's definitely not like straight a child's game or child's, I guess, story. But from my understanding, from a casual perspective, everything did seem to line up pretty good from the movie, from like the games and stuff like that. So that's a pretty pleasant surprise as well. I wasn't sure if they were actually gonna kind of like go off the Five Nights at Freddy's actual story or if they were gonna kind of like do their own thing. But yeah, the movie was great. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Acting, acting was really good. The animatronics looked amazing. You really can't go wrong with the movie. I would highly recommend watching it. And if you don't want to go into theaters to watch it, it is on Peacock as well. But I just can't believe Rotten Tomatoes give it a 24%. I mean, that's just disrespectful. One of the biggest things I was really hoping to see in the movie, and I really wouldn't say this is a spoiler, but just in case it might be. For those who don't know, like your first night at Five Nights at Freddy's, it always starts off with hello, hello. That was not in the movie. They kind of did it, but not really. I was really hoping to hear that. And they didn't really they referenced the bite of 87, but not as straightforward as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like all like cinematic, like, oh, the bite of 87 is when it all started, something like that. But yeah, really good movie. Solid 8 out of 10. I really would recommend watching it. It wasn't really scary, and I don't really know if that's what they were going for or not. There were a couple like jump scare scenes, kind of, but there's definitely some eerie scenes in the movie, and yeah, I would highly recommend watching it. I myself would rate it an 8 out of 10. My girlfriend rated it pretty high, and her little brother, who I think is 9 or 10 years old, really liked it as well. And he said he's like a little Five Nights at Freddy's enthusiast. He is a pro at this stuff. He knows the storyline from the back of his hand. He knows it very well. And he said the movie lived up to the story as well. And when a pro confirms everything's good, it must be right. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. Please watch it if you have time, and especially if you have Peacock, worth a watch. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you think about the movie. Not a super long video, just want to give my opinion out there, especially because this is a pretty popular topic right now, I guess you could say. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Until next time.